Hey everyone, it's Caitlin McKegg. I am here today to talk about new construction. What is going on in the new construction world? If you're new here, I am a Phoenix real estate broker and I am always talking about what's going on in the Phoenix real estate market. So, everything from resale homes to talking about new construction now, giving you home tours, tours of the valley, etc. So, thanks for joining me and wanted to talk a little bit about new construction and show you guys a few different things because holy cow, the incentives that they are offering are just crazy. And my email is flooded with these kinds of emails from builders offering incentives, talking about their spec home inventory. So if you're considering the new construction route, now is really a good time because you have options and they're finally working out their build times to get those to be a little bit more reasonable, especially if there's a spec home that's already been started. If you're not familiar with a spec home, that just means that that is a home that they have already started building. It'll be done quicker than building from scratch for you, but the catch is you don't get to pick out any of the finishes because that's already been pre-planned. So let's start here with a little article that I want to share with you guys. And this is about just in general what's going on with new construction. So let's start here and then we will move to talking about these builder incentives. Valley home builders see surge in home buyers backing out. So perhaps that is why builders are sharing so many incentives now. And for just context, 3 months ago, you were on a wait list, you were in a lottery, you had no chance of getting any new construction home in less than a year. And you'd be lucky if you did get it in less than a year or if you're able to get on a list. So it's such a 180 to see these builders offering all of these incentives and talking about cancellations. So this article is talking about home builders in Metro Phoenix face an alarming surge in contract cancellations at a time when we are talking about a recession. Through the middle of July, the cancellation rate was in the 30% range, up from 8 to 10% in 2020 and 2021. And honestly, 8 to 10% seems pretty high for those years, in my opinion. Up 15% in 2018 and 2019, or up from 15%. And Phoenix home builders have experienced a noticeable uptick in cancellations in recent months. Goes on to say that cancellations in May and June were mainly a result of affordability and qualification issues. So my opinion on all of this is that we first started to see these cancellations because of affordability issues. I think that's correct. Since then, I believe they're starting to see more cancellations because of fear. I think a lot of people are in these contracts for new construction, and with all the changes in the market, they're not entirely sure they want to go through with buying a house. Especially when they have a few weeks or months to go until that house closes and prices are starting to go down. So they have a fear that they're buying something that's too expensive, and that's totally understandable. This goes on to say, meanwhile, construction build times have leveled out as the supply chain improved over the last few months. This article talks about how job migration growth will continue to drive the new home market. Cancellations hit 48% in May for Richmond American Homes in Metro Phoenix, which is up 11% in January, or up from 11% in January. Let's see here. Yeah, even so, homes were sold within days of being canceled. So they were getting picked back up. Even if they were canceled, someone was buying them right away. I don't know that that's the case right now. And that's why I think builders are giving all of these incentives. So let's take a look at these incentives because it's wild. You guys should see my email. It just continues to come through. And so I'm sharing a few of them with you right now. Let me get over here. Okay, so this is Toll Brothers. They are giving an exclusive offer, 3.99% and 4.25 on a jumbo loan. It talks about these rates and how you can make this work, usually with a rate buy down. That's really what they're offering there. And that's what a lot of these builders are offering is a rate buy down. So essentially they give additional money towards your closing costs, and you can use that money to buy by points for your rate, buy it down to a lower rate, therefore making your monthly payment more affordable. This is a whole list of different builders in Estrella in Goodyear, all the things that they're doing. So it goes on and on and on. We've got Beezer Homes. They're giving a design credit plus a few other things. New Home Company, $2,500 towards closing costs, no requirements to the preferred lender. That's interesting because most of the time builders will give a credit towards closing costs for an incentive, but you have to use their lender. That's definitely different. Toll Brothers summer incentive is $7,500 towards closing costs with their preferred lender. We've got Taylor Morrison, 3% of base price towards closing costs with preferred lender, plus $2,500 from the lender. Also a 2-1 buy down, $2,500 for veterans. Lancy Homes, $5,000 towards closing costs. We've got a few others here, William Ryan. So if you're looking in Estrella, there are a lot of options there. Let's take a look here. Meritage Homes, it seems like across the board, they're offering these rate buy downs and giving you an idea of what your mortgage payment would look like. Advertising a 3.5% interest rate, which sounds really fantastic, knowing where rates are at right now. Again, there's always a catch to things, so look into this further. But the point is, there's a lot out there that they're trying to offer to bring people in. Taylor Morrison, different communities are offering different things, but generally options for closing costs, permanent buy down, temporary buy down, mortgage insurance, long-term rate lock. They've got a lot of different things going on depending on the community, and advertising $15,000 up to $50,000 savings on buying their homes. Santan Heights, a 2-1 rate buy down. This is by Pulte. They also, I have heard that they are matching the base price. If they do end up dropping the base price while you're under contract, you have the opportunity to change your base price to match that. So a lot of different incentives out there. And again, this is like just scratching the surface. I'm getting these emails all the time, along with a list of a bunch of spec homes that either came back on the market or are getting ready to be completed. So moral of the story here, you guys, if you've been considering new construction, there's a lot to your advantage right now. Again, it's got to be the right time to buy for you. You've got to feel comfortable financially with all of that. That goes without saying. But if you've been thinking about new construction, this is a good time. Look into all of these incentives. And on that note too, I can help you with all of that. I can pull lists of all the new build communities based on requirements that you're looking for, and I can find out what specs they have available. I can get all that info for you if that would be helpful. So check the description below. I have a link to request more information about that. And if you do want to work with a realtor for any new construction, just keep in mind that you cannot visit the office without having your realtor present for that first time. Otherwise, builders won't allow you to have representation. So keep that in mind. I hope this is helpful. Drop any questions in the comments below or reach out to me directly. And thanks for joining. I'm Caitlin McKegg with the Desert Dreamers.